that came to people's mind when yesterday an blast was reported in an auto rickshaw in Mangaluru was whether or not it is linked to Coimbatore blast, where in a car we saw a cylinder blast taking place that was initially dismissed as accident, as is what had happened in this case as well. Although the police were more careful in this case and said that we are not reaching any conclusions till we probe, and now hours later we know that like Coimbatore, this was also a terror blast. Now another link has emerged between these two incidents. The suspect in this case, the man who was a passenger on the auto rickshaw where this cooker blast took place, had procured a SIM card from Coimbatore but not in his name. Bhavtosh now joins us for more details. So Bhavtosh, we know two things clearly. Two attempts to hide identity. First, a SIM was procured in some other person's name. Second, an Aadhar card also was stolen in order to hide the identity by this person who was carrying this pressure cooker inside the auto rickshaw.
Yes, Priya, as our colleague Deepak and Imran are telling us that it is a terror case, and that's what Karnataka Police after 10 to 12 hours has said, that it is a terror attack. And the accused in this case had in fact tried everything to mask his identity. He had purchased the SIM card on a fake identity, and subsequently this SIM card was purchased from Coimbatore on a fake identity card and not in his name. And he had in fact traveled extensively in Tamil Nadu. So that's the reason why it's being suspected that there could be some kind of connection between him and that of suspects that were involved in Coimbatore. Having said that, too early to connect him with Coimbatore blast or any.
Right.
But his call detail records are being extensively being examined, and it could be possible that NIA or the Federal Probe Agency could be roped in by the Karnataka Police,
right,
because it is a case in which there are telltale signs that could be very similar to what had happened.
Okay, from what we know, Bhavtosh, NIA has already reached the blast site, and so has my colleague Deepak. Deepak, you're getting some details to us about the stolen Aadhar card and the person to whom that card belonged that the police have found on the man who is now a prime suspect in the auto rickshaw blast case?
Well, yes, we've got information that, the police officials who, of course, got information that he was staying at a rented house in Mysuru. They've also conducted some searches, in Mysuru. We're just putting out those visuals in just about a moment. And we should also note here that I'm at the spot. Let me, in fact, take you through this particular location. Now, the auto rickshaw, of course, was traveling in the same way that you just saw one pass, in the same direction that it was traveling. Very close to this particular spot is where the blast took place. I'm going to walk a little closer now as the vehicles move away from this particular location. You can see police officials are still here. They've cordoned off this entire area. Now this is of course going to be a part of the investigation. The NIA teams were here, and you can see the markings that have been made across this stretch of the road. And these are places where some of the key evidence was found. They've of course taken samples from here as well to identify the kind of explosives that were used in this IED. That's one of the marks, and also the other one, of course, is on that stretch. We'll, of course, be bringing the minute-to-minute details about the investigation. Meanwhile, we also know that this person was using a fake or a stolen Aadhar rather to get a house on rent in Mysuru, where raids have been conducted, and also some parts of the IED have been found there as well.
Right. It was a lucky escape, because had this person reached what is now being suspected to be the real target, which according to our reporters is a place that has bus stops and is a very crowded area, one can't even imagine the kind of damage that could have inflicted. Thank you, Bhavtosh and Imran and Deepak, for joining us with details on that story. We take a very quick break.